The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 193 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Howler Bros playing cards from Theory11. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Howler Bros playing cards here in the matte black finish tuck box here. On the front here, you can see it says Howler Bros on either, or I guess it says Howler Bros, and then Heed the Call, and then you kind of got all four like pips or suits. Yeah, you got all four suits in the corners, and then you got like the eyes there in the middle. Then you got the pineapple with the bananas off the side, and then some leaves around it, and it all is embossed, so you can feel the texture of the tuck box. So you got all that embossing. On the side, it says Howler down the side with a little, I was gonna say a little butterfly. That might be a butterfly. And on the other side, it says Howlers again, just the butterflies on the bottom. And on the bottom, you got the Theory11 logo and Theory11, and then Circuitrova. And on the back, you got a sneak peek of that back design. And for the seal, you got a red and white stamp style seal, where it has the white outlined border. And that says Heed the Call inside the little red square. And on the top, it says H and B for Howler Bros. Then you got two little like arrows or darts underneath of the seal there. And then if we take a look at the inside of the tuck flap, you just got a little piranha there on the inside of the tuck flap. And then on the inner tuck flap, it does the matte black colorway. And if I don't drop the tuck box, we take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box, it's not that plain white color, it's actually a red kind of colorway, like a lighter kind of red on the inside. And then you can kind of see like where they taped it to or glued it together. You can see like the little white part. But other than that, it's a red inside. So kind of interesting kind of inside colorway. Instead of just plain white, it is still plain, but it's a different color, so a little bonus there. Now for the cards, since we finished looking at the tuck box, time for the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. Here we have a mirrored back design, and it has with the standard white border going around. And then you got the two monkeys there in the middle, the Howler monkeys there in the middle, and they're kind of in like a circle kind of design there, in that brown colorway. And it has a little bit of like shiny metallic ink to it. It might be hard to see on camera, but they're slightly metallic. Then you got the bananas off to the side with some leaves around, and you got the dark like black background. There's a mirrored back design, so you can flip the design over, and it's the same in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck, we'll start with the first Joker. It says Joker, Joker there in the corners, and Bros at the bottom. And you got a snake kind of climbing up like a tree branch with some lightning bolts off to either side. For the second Joker, you got Joker, Joker once again with the Bros at the bottom. Then you got a toucan there, sitting on a branch with three lightning bolts above them. Then you kind of got two extra cards, and they're both the exact same. They both have a yellow like background with a white border, and they both say Howler 4 times, going down in that white font with the leaf, the green leaf behind it. And then if you flip if you flip them, I guess both over, they got a little bit more metallic ink on it, but they have the red background with the white border, and then it says Heed the Call with the bananas in the background. So two little extra cards, like you could use them as like other jokers, I guess. Then we get to a custom Ace of Spades. And then you got the big spade there in the middle, which is supposed to look like a leaf. Then you got some more smaller green leaves around it. And then you got the butterfly up there and the bottom, and then you got the lightning bolts around it. And then for the rest of the spades, you got this custom kind of font. It's kind of similar like styling to the ace there, so it's I guess kind of looking like a leaf-ish, a little bit smaller. You got the custom pips for the spades there. And we get to the court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. And they are fully custom court cards. So the Jack of Spades has a little drum and says Jack at the bottom. And then you got the Queen and the King, which both have a crown and they both say, one says, and the queen says queen at the bottom, and then king at the bottom. And they got the metallic ink on it once again, in that bronze brown color. Then we get to the diamonds. It's a slightly lighter, like almost pinkish kind of red colorway, and the got the custom diamond pips where they're more square than a rectangle. That goes throughout the rest of the diamonds. Then we get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds. And you got the fully custom court cards once again. And you got the Jack that has the machete there. And then you got the King and Queen once again, and they all have their words at the bottom. And then you got the King and Queen, which is another style kind of crown. The crowns kind of change up with each King and Queen. You got a different style with more metallic. Then you got the Jack and Queen and King of clubs. And then you got the King and Queen, which have another crown there with more metallic ink. And then you got the Jack, which I'm not entirely sure what this is, but you got some kind of little something there. It was like a little lightning bolt, and then some kind of little yellow spiral around it. I'm not entirely sure. Comment down below if you know what this design is. I have no idea. Some kind of electric kind of device or something. Then you got the custom like clubs there, which to me kind of look like a little bit like some kind of leaf or something. We got the custom club design. Then we get on to the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of hearts. You got the fully custom court cards once again. You got the different style crowns once again for the for the King and Queen with more metallic ink, and then for the Jack of hearts, you got that like the arrows there, or the darts, with more metallic ink. Then you got the custom hearts there, which are similar to the spades. Because if I grab a spade, they kind of look similar, just like they're slightly a little bit longer because they have no stem on them. And then that white-ish red-pink kind of colorway. Now that we looked at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. All the springs feel nice and smooth and feel nice and natural in the hands. They're nice and springy and nice and flexible, like a nice flex to the cards. No stiffness, there's no real stiffness to them. They might have a little bit of stiffness, but these are slightly broken in, so a little bit more flexible. But they feel nice and smooth. No like stickiness or clumpiness to them. Nice smooth springs. Now on to the fans. Well, as you can see, they fan nice and evenly there. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There might be like a slight stickiness, only because I kind of use these a little bit. But like overall, they're still pretty smooth. Like not really any stickiness, but nice and smooth there. There's not really any clumping, which is nice. And now on to the Pharaoh. A nice smooth Pharaoh there. And the interlocks and weave flawlessly. Now for a giant fan of the back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. And you got another nice Pharaoh there. They slightly have to be slightly pushed together, not like barely at all, but like slightly. But the interlock and weave flawlessly once again. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now, time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, the riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles feel pretty smooth so far. Well, they riffled and bridge shuffled perfectly every time with no effort, effortlessly every time. So there's no issues with that. They're flawlessly, work perfectly for me anyways. So now on to the packet cuts. Well, I kind of messed up that worm there. Let's try one more. It kind of slightly worked, but not entirely. I think it's the new kind of camera angle I gotta get adjusted to. But now, time for the one-handed cut or serrated cut. Now, time for the dribble. All the dribbles feel pretty smooth. No real issues with those. Now on to the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, our Theory11 and Howler Bros made a pretty fantastic deck of cards here. My favorite part of the deck has to be that back design. I don't know, something about it just pops for me, which I really like it for some reason. Then you got the fully custom faces. Like every card's fully custom. You got the fully custom pips there for the suits, the different suits, and then you got the fully custom jokers there, which are like animals from the jungle there. And you got the fully custom quick cards there. And you got that use of the metallic inks for the back design and for the quick cards. So overall, not a terrible design. Not 100% my favorite kind of design. But you get used to it. You get slightly more used to it over time. And then for their handling, they handle fantastic. I found no issues with the handling. Pretty smooth overall in every category. And for the packet cuts, they packet cut nice. Because I forgot to mention that earlier. But they packet cut pretty nice, and they don't feel like they're going to slide on my hands at all. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 193 of your daily deck review. This has been the Howler Bros playing cards from, little focusing. Oh, that's not going to focus, will it? From Theory11. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.